This is the lesson for 8 days a week. We're going to start with a D major chord. We're going to make a C with our first fret on the B string with our middle finger, second fret on the D with our ring finger, third fret on the A with our pinky. We're going to slide that up 2 frets to D major and then bar across the second fret. We're going to strike our E, B, G, and A string. We're going to lift our pinky up to the open A, then we're going to put our pinky back down, so it'll sound like this. Our next chord, barring across the 4th fret, 5th fret on our B string, and our A string. Again, we're going to strike the bottom 3 strings along with the A string. We're going to keep that shape, but we're just going to lift it off the fretboard to expose the open A string. And then we're going to put it right back down again. Our next chord is just a G major, barred across the 3rd fret there. 4th fret on our G string, 5th fret on our D, and our A string. We're picking the bottom 3 strings along with the A, repeating the lift again. So it'll sound like this. And then we're back to that D major chord. Now the vocal melody is going to begin on that D major chord. We're picking E and our B string along with the A. Then we're going to pivot off the D. Then we're going to lift that bottom bar off, so just the E string is open. Again, picking the B and E string. Now we're going to pick the B and the G string. Again, pivot off the D, so it'll go. Now we're back to the B and the E string. Now our next chord, we want 1st fret on our G string, and that's all. We're going to pick our bass E, our B, and our high E together. Now we're going to pick the B and the G along with the bass. Now our next chord, we're going to the 3rd fret on our E string. We're picking our B and our G together along with the bass E. Now the D. Now we're going to the 3rd fret on the B string. Now we're going to put our 3rd fret on an E string, hitting the B and the E together, then the bass, and then back to the B and the E, so it'll sound like this. Now we're on to a D chord, 2nd fret on our E string, our G string, 3rd fret on the B. We're picking our E and our B string, then the D, and then all 3 of those together. And then we're going to pick down from the G. And then we just get back into the verse part again. Now the chorus part, we're barring across the 2nd fret, 3rd fret on our B string, 4th fret on our D string. First we're going to pick our E, B, and G along with the A. Now we're going to pick the B, G, and D along with the A. and then tap your guitar 2 times. Next chord is just 1st fret on the G string. We're going to pick again the bottom 3 strings along with the E bass. Now the next 3 strings up, the B, G, and D. Again, 2 taps. Repeat. Now we're back to the D major chord. We're going to pick our E, our B, and our A string, then the D, then we're going to lift that bar off again. Now our B and G along with the A, the D again, now back to the E and B string. Now back to the 1st fret on the G. We're picking again our E and our B along with the E string bass. Now our B and our G along with the E string bass. Now we're going to the 3rd fret on the E string, the B, and the high E. We're going to pick the E string first. Now our bottom 3 strings. Now just the high E open, and we're back to a D chord, and we're going to pull off on the bottom E string, and then we just go back into the verse part again. Now the bridge part, we're barring across the 2nd fret on our D, G, and B strings, 5th fret on the B. We're going to hit all of those along with the A. Now our high E, back to the other 4 strings. Third fret on the B. Now we're going to move the bar all the way across. 4th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the B. We're going to hit all of those together. And then we're going to lift our pinky off on the B, then do it again. Now when we pull off this time, we want to go to the 4th fret on our G string, and then pick down from the D to the B. Now we're going back to the 1st fret on the G string. We're picking the bottom 3 along with the bass E. 2nd fret on the high E. Open it again. Now we're going back to the G chord, but we're going to leave our high E string open. 3rd fret on the B. 3rd fret on the top E. We're going to pick both E strings, then the B, then the high E, then the B again. The next chord is 7th fret on the D string, 6th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B, 3rd fret on our high E. I'm going to pick the A, D, and G, then the B, then the E. And then we just repeat again. Now for the end, we're just going from there back to the G. going to go back into the intro part. Our last chord is 5th fret on the A, B, and E string, 4th fret on the G, and we're going to pick all 4 of those together. There you have it. That's a lesson for 8 days a week. I'll see you next time.